Hi, my name is Poeartistry. I am excited to welcome you to James Poeartistry Productions. You are tuning into an incredible experience known as Poeartistry Gold, where we delve into the art of commentary, storytelling and poetry. We aim to bring you inspiring and thought-provoking content.
This is a Poeartistry Gold moment by the author James Lynch.
Welcome, perceptive reader, to Poeartistry Gold number 140. That's 140. My reference in this conversation is on my buymeacoffee.com/James Poeartistry. The title of that podcast is A Career Stolen Consultant Moment. That's a career stolen consultant moment. So that's my reference if you want to go listen to that. People who study the Bible for any length of time, it can actually happen immediately or it can happen over time. They will run across scriptures. And I once told you about in Psalms, sometimes the psalmists will even ask, after observing how wonderfully made they are, the many goodness and gifts that God has given them beyond just living and breathing, they come to the conclusion that it's like there's nothing anyone could ever, pay back to God something that he needs. You see, there's nothing that they could do that. But all the same, they come to fully or really appreciate that God doesn't base his friendship or relationship from us on anything that he needs. It's all from, guess what? The desire and wants of our heart to actually make him a friend or have a good relationship with him. Isn't that something? I've talked about before with gifts that people will buy for you throughout the year or during special occasions. That those gifts that people give, a lot of time, thought, and energy went into producing that gift one way or the other, most likely. And so it has just that much more meaning to it, especially when you know, oh, this person did not have to do this for me in this way or that way. And so one of the reasons why, I emphasize a lot about persons being given their due wages and pay. That is the one thing that I still continue to emphasize, no matter what in this society of everything that's going on or what have you. You get people's money right, you see, and I'm not talking stingy either. I'm talking really, you get people's money and wages right. And, not be shortchanging them in this way or that way. Then, with their own heart and conscience, see, over time, a lot of those persons, you see, will still do something with that money, with those wages as gifts in one way or the other. Some may not. Some may just focus on their own immediate family. But see, neither one of those are to be judged or should be judged. Neither one of those should be not only not judged, but not, as to use the term, hindered in any way in sharing their goodness either. And I want to emphasize that. Neither in, being hindered in sharing their goodness either. Remember, I used to talk about even a person who is a bully, hopefully they will have somebody that they can still talk with or help them in this way or that way. Because overall, as some of us used to say, What we're interested in doing is making sure that still the person is not left in a situation that would put strain on them, that caused them to do whatever it is we didn't like them doing in the first place. You see, so it's not so much of a thing of just trying to make somebody pay for whatever they did in pain for the rest of their life. It is more of they got the accurate knowledge now, and not only do they have the accurate knowledge, but see, they have that desire to do what's right in this way or that way or what have you. And so if with some of these persons solving improvement, they get that sense of the matter in this way or that way, because we can't read hearts anyway. Where I know that some people feel that we can now do, but see, that's another matter that I continue to leave up to God. That is not something I personally even want to take away from God. I don't want to take God's personal prayers or mind reading abilities or any of those things that I truly do feel the way that he wrote the Bible and some of the accounts that we learn about statements he made, even about the Tower of Babel and things of that nature. In the flood of Noah, he made certain statements that let us know that really human beings, they do, you see, and I said they because see, not everybody has this outlook of trying to elevate themselves in such a way that they're really elevating themselves even above God and what is even deserving of God. That's why I want to emphasize God doesn't need a person to pray to him. But you know something? It is really, again, our free will and desire to pray to him that makes him happy. It's our free will and desire to set aside funds according to what we may have. You know, we may only have a little bit of money or wages, or we may have a lot to give to him in that manner. And yet we know all the gold and silver, still God could just, you see, wave a hand and it all appear before him in the first place. See, because it's all his, as the Bible put it. And so we know still when persons were even giving their donations and still give their donations to God and his organization, you see, that is something that's the value that the person even have the desire to do that out of their free will and their motivation. And so when I talk about wages for people, raises for people and things of that nature, not hindering somebody from pursuing good in this way or that way or whatever, I have another aspect of what I hope people will think about is that when those good things do come to them, that they'll find some way to still show their desire, their appreciation, even for God, that they even got the funds to do this, to thank him in this way, to thank ones who are also, is very evident that, you know, they're really putting a lot of energy out there to help in this way and they help in that way. And if you look back to some of my, maybe it was a blue gold iron moment that I did, but I was referencing how God never did even want his priests on that level to actually be working out in the fields and things that he didn't even want that. And then there was examples in the Bible that when the priests had to do that because the people didn't show their appreciation for them, that all that did was even hurt the spiritual state of that nation even more so. So, again, I want to emphasize to you, keep doing the best you can. Keep being a professional with honest integrity in dealing with persons, their money, and everything else. And have a wonderful day.